That's about where it stops. So we have issues on the front bumper. We have some overspray, some drips.
What's up guys, DIY Salvage Guy here. Welcome to the channel. On this channel, we just learn as we go. Today's episode, I'm gonna show you guys how to mess up on your paint job so you guys can follow along and learn from my mistakes. So, if you guys are new here, subscribe down below. I promise all the videos are not this bad, but if you guys like it, make sure you guys like down below. Show me some support, comment, share this with your friends, help me grow so that I can give these builds away to you guys eventually. That's my dream. I want to give these builds to the viewers and subscribers. Follow me on all the socials at DIY Salvage Guy, and make sure you guys are checking out the merch line because that will help me grow so that I can give you guys better and better builds every single day.
Alright guys, we were able to salvage the bumper. So we resprayed it with the sealer. It looks good now. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a final tack of the entire car using a new tack rag. And then we're going to spray our first coat of base. Hopefully we have no more issues. I don't want to go through this again. Too much going on right now. So let's get this done, guys. make the same mistake I made with the S5, so I'm going to take all the tape off now while it is still live. All right, let's give a quick look. Rear bumper came out really nice. I don't see any issues or defects or anything in here, so happy with that. That's about where it stops. So we have issues on the front bumper. We have some overspray, some drips. We had some malfunctions with our gun mid-spray. The stream was not the greatest, so then the gun started leaking, so we have some paint drips, drabs on here as well. We have a lot of orange peel, but it is what it is at this point. Then you get to the fender. Fender has a couple more drips, has a lot of orange peel. Has some drips and some orange peel there. Door, more drips. And quarter panel, more drips. So I chalk it up to inexperience, to bad spray guns, but you know, this will be good enough to pass inspection for now, and then what we'll do is we will redo this at some point in the future. Right now it's just not something that we're going to deal with. We're going to assemble it, get this thing ready to go for the inspection coming up, and then we are going to deal with this again in the future. But on a side note, the places where we did the body work, you can't see any issues, so that's always a plus. So we are making progress. It's just that painting is, I'm either really bad at it or it's extremely difficult. Probably that I'm really bad at it. I don't know. It could be the environment. I mean, look what I'm painting, you guys. This is, no more painting in the garage. It's just small pieces, bumpers, maybe, but I'm not doing cars like this anymore. It's too much. Too much to keep clean, too hard, but we learn as we go. All right, so we're gonna clean up the garage, get all this plastic up, and then we are going to get this car back together, starting with the door, then move to the bumpers. Alright guys, so when putting the door handle back in, I want to make sure that it's in one piece. Kind of put it together, then you slide it in, and then there's a little nub for it to slide into. You have to put it in together, otherwise you're not going to be able to get it in. Then we just got to connect the bolts on the inside, which we're going to do now. Then we'll button it all up. Alright guys, so a quick update. You guys saw me fumbling around with this and time lapse for a little bit. I don't know how it happened. I don't know if it was from me or from someone else. Fuck, messing with this before. But somehow, when I put the door in, it wasn't closing snugly. So I took it out and noticed that this bolt hole was actually stripped. So I got the tap and die set out and I kind of just re-threaded new holes, and now it threads in the way that it should. Luckily that worked. Was a little worried about that, but so both sides are good. So we should be able to install this now. So we're going to do this again and hopefully not have any issues. All right, so before the door was not closing properly,
The door handle was kind of sitting out a little bit. You had to push it in. I guess it's because the screws weren't lined up. But now, we're good. Sits flush. So, move on to the next thing. Let's just actually make sure that this works. Alright, door is back in action, opens and shuts. It's functional. Doesn't look great, but it's functional. So, big blunder. Had the keys inside for when I was starting it, on and off, opening it up the window, locked the car, went to go check to see if everything was working, and locked the keys in the car. Luckily I have the trunk open, so I'm hoping I can get in through the trunk, so you guys are going to see me fumbling around trying to get inside the car now. Oh boy. So I found a video on YouTube. Turns out it's pretty easy to get into your car. So you just basically, I luckily still had the trunk open, so I didn't need to do anything under the hood, even though I had the hood open as well. Went in there, I was able to get my hand under the ribbon, and I was able to pull down the seat and get into the car. But Jesus, don't lock your keys in your car, guys. In what turned out to be a course of events that was nearing hell, we are finally done with the door. It's supposed to be super simple. Quick recap on everything that I messed up. I shook the bolt somehow inside the door handle itself. Then I lost all the bolts. I placed them somewhere, put something on top of it, and could not figure out where they were. So that was cool. And then on top of that, when I was testing it all, I locked the keys in the car. So, door is done. So, door is unlocked. So let's just check that again. And we should be good. So it shuts, opens. Good. Alright, so the door is done. So I'm going to shift my attention now to the rear. Maybe we will pull this outside and get a little more room so that we can work and have a better camera angle for you guys. So as you guys can see, painting is not my forte. Maybe it's the garage, maybe it's the equipment, I don't know, but we're going to attempt this again sometime in the future, but we're gonna do something else with this to make it nice. Subscribe, comment, like, thank you guys for being here. Share this with your friends, turn on those post notifications. Follow me on all socials at DIY Salvage Guy. Check out the merch line, link down below. Thank you guys for being here. Hopefully you guys will be inspired by this. Just pick up a wrench, buy a car, do whatever you need to do. Just try to become a DIY salvage guy yourself.